When Nintendo announced the Switch back in October of 2016, I myself remember a lot of internet trolls popping up on forums and social media, like turds, prairie dogging from someone's rectum to shit all over their precious idea. Even some major publication sites joined in on the Switch bashing. The Nintendo Switch is doomed to fail topic was everywhere on the internet at the start of 2017. Fast forward almost 2 years later, and every fucker alive has a Nintendo Switch, and some people argue it is their favourite console of this generation. I myself would almost agree. The Switch had a bigger install base in the United States after their first 12 months than any other video game console in history, and thus broke a major US sales record. G, by the way, Nintendo. The success is in no small part due to their stellar lineup of first-party titles, and the fact that the eShop deserves a lot of praise for the sale of independent studio games too. Some of these first-party titles include Super Mario Odyssey, the jewel in Nintendo's crown, heralded by many, myself included, as an absolute masterpiece, and also happens to be the only game I would ever give a 10 out of 10. Zelda, Breath of the Wild, also talked about by many major publications as one of the greatest games of all times, and winner of the Game of the Year category at the Game Awards 2017. Mario & Rabbids Kingdom Battle, arguably my favourite turn-based tactical role-playing video game ever. I dare you to try say that genre 5 times really fast. Turn-based tactical role-playing video game, turn-based tactical role-playing video game, turn-based tactical role-playing video game, turn-based tactical role-playing video game. Yeah. It's full of zany moments that you would come to expect from a game that includes crazy rabbit-like creatures who appear to be on fucking amphetamines and hell-bent on destroying the entire shaggin' world as we know it. As well as Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, which is close to becoming my favourite Warriors game by the way. The impeccable Mario Kart 8. The bright, bubbly and adorable Kirby Star Allies. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze and Mario Tennis Aces, but to name a few more excellent games. All these titles have, to the best of my knowledge, never scored under a 7 out of 10 on many of the major game review sites. It's hard then to argue that Nintendo have the secret to a winning formula as of late when it comes to their crowd favourites, and with the release of Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, there seems to be no change to the winning formula. Originally a very popular fan favourite game on the Wii U, it only made sense to make the transition to the new platforms which include the Switch and 3DS. This delightful action puzzle game really nails the feel of what it's like to be a little kid again. Toad, Toadette and the world themselves are as adorable as cute kitten videos found on YouTube. The game opens with Toad and Toadette traversing one of the maps together to claim a power star, when along comes the villainous giant crow Wingo, and steals the star, along with Toadette as she tries to wrestle it from his feathery fuckwit grasp. Toad then tracks down Wingo to rescue Toadette through a series of short platform puzzle worlds. Most of the levels are relatively short in their design, and this honestly is not a problem for me whatsoever. They are very cleverly laid out, and very unique in the way you approach them. Every level has 3 gems hidden in areas that you need to find, and 1 star to end the level and progress to the next. All levels have a bonus objective which becomes revealed after the level has been completed. These can vary from finding a golden mushroom to avoiding Shy Guys on the map. Also, once a level is completed, you can then play hide and seek with a pixel version of Toad. This is similar to the Pixel Luigi editions in Mario Odyssey. The pixel Toad will be hidden somewhere on the map and you need to seek it out. This should keep the inner completionist happy for quite some time, as some of them are tricky little bastards to find. The level designs vary from a haunted boo house to a train travelling along tracks. Minecart rides where you throw turnips at items to interact with them and also kill enemies. There are even boss battles, one of which requires you to take cover behind rocks and objects to avoid a dragon's breath, which must smell like a skunk's anus by the way. There are little bonus levels that pop up every now and then, where you can earn a fuck ton of coins, which in turn will give you more lives. You're required to collect 100 coins per life. There are adorable little cutscenes scattered throughout the entirety of the game too after completing certain levels, and these are as good and lovable as the ones seen in Mario Odyssey and Mario & Rabbids Kingdom Battle. After a certain amount of levels, the accumulated amount of gems you have will determine whether or not you can progress. Don't worry though, I've never found myself hightailing it backwards to gather more gems thus far. There are over 70 different maps, and it features some new courses based on worlds from Super Mario Odyssey, and I am sure, knowing Nintendo, there will be more added post-launch. The wide plethora of Mario enemies are in this game, as you would expect. Be prepared to see the likes of Goombas, Piranha Plants, Bullet Bills, and Cheep Cheeps, along with many more. The soundtrack is, as always, fantastic, and what you have come to expect from Nintendo games. They always have such iconic tracks like the main theme from Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Zelda's Lullaby from Ocarina of Time, the Metroid main theme from the NES days, and of course the Mario Bros. Theme song, along with many others. All of which have been playing since the start of this video. The vibrant colours, great songs and adorable sound effects just hit you like an IV of pure happiness. From the moment I heard the opening song on Captain Toad, it was instantly stuck in my head. In terms of technical issues, I have not come across any game-breaking bugs or glitches since I started playing the game. Onto some of the cons I have noted about this game then. First thing that can be a little annoying when playing in docked mode, which I had to do for recording purposes, is that you use the controller's gyro function to aim a reticule that can be seen floating on the screen. It functions to move areas of the map or stun enemies for a brief amount of time. This gets a little confusing, for me at least, when trying to move Toad with the analog sticks too. Also, I will say that the reticule has a profound presence on the screen and can be a real pain in the testicles sometimes. If playing in handheld mode, it is much better, as you use the Switch's touchscreen function to move areas of the map or stun enemies. Another small issue I have with this game is the price point. Priced in Ireland at around €45, I find this a little steep for me. But, having said that, people who know me well know I'm tighter than a duck's arse. And I think that any video game should not cost more than the standard €70 entry price of most AAAs these days. Now some may say, why is it always the male character who has to rescue the damsel in distress? Mario rescuing Peach in every single Mario game ever, and now Toad in this one. Well, anyone who has played Super Mario Odyssey knows how that ends for our hero. Mario and poor Bowser both get shot down faster than that one time Chuck Norris shot down a fighter jet by raising his fucking finger and going bang. But if you play more of Captain Toad, you will soon see that there is more than Toadette in distress. I for one love a good, strong female character in video games, and there are many, so this whole nonsense that floats around the internet really winds me up sometimes. But I digress. Now, just so everyone knows, these videos I upload will just be impressions videos, which means just because I like something doesn't mean others will, and vice versa. Hence, I will never give ratings out of 10 on any of the video games I play. I will merely tell you what I liked and disliked about the game in question, and I will try to remain as unbiased as possible. Which is actually really hard for me at the moment because I am fully on board the Nintendo hype train, and for people who know me, they do know I am a bit of a fanboy. These feelings are warranted in my opinion though, for the reasons stated earlier. In summary, Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker is yet another example of the fine world building and excellent creative staff that Nintendo have at their disposal. It delivers all the warm fuzzy feelings of being a little kid, whilst also having some damn challenging arenas to play in. And I never even mentioned how child-friendly it is, goddammit. I've let my 4-year-old son play it much like Kirby, Mario, and others, and his face lights up every time he goes to a new world or figures out how to do a new puzzle. Those reactions of awe and wonder can often be seen on my face sometimes too, which I chuckle about when I realise I'm doing it. My son hums the songs along with the game as he plays, and I know in years to come he will have such nostalgia trips with games like this. Fond memories of sitting with his dad playing wonderfully adorable video games, and often laughing about how shit his old man is at them. These are the types of positive things that many people don't see about gaming, and honestly it's a damn shame. Captain Toad and developers at Nintendo EAD Tokyo, this opinionated old Irish dickhead salutes you for a job well done. P.S. Please lower the price point a little.